Well, hello, my darlings, and welcome to day 23 of Danie's Designs Craftmas 2017. I am so glad you are here. Well, my darlings, on today's video, I am going to show you how to create a bell using 3 items from the Dollar Tree. I sure do hope you'll stay tuned. For this project, you will need a 4-inch glass tapered candle holder, 1 small round vase. You will need some bells, any bell will do. You will need a few of these floral embellishments. You will need 1 of these crystal acrylic gems. You will need a roll of ribbon, any ribbon of your choice, a roll of diamond wrap, any color of your choice, and you will need a scrap of crystal garland. Of course, you will need your handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting. So the first thing we're going to do is adhere our small round candle holder to our 4-inch tapered candle holder. And this is the look that we're going for. The vase is going to become the housing of our bell, and that candle holder is going to become our handle. So now that we have found our placement, what we're going to do is we are going to adhere those 2 pieces using our Gorilla Epoxy. And to do this, what I'm going to do, since it's not going to be an exact fit, we're going to have to get that epoxy down into the skirt of that candle holder as well as on the brim of that candle holder. So as you can see, I'm trying to work as fast as I can to ensure that that epoxy does not fall down into the skirt of that candle holder. But even though I'm working fast, I'm trying to make sure that I'm using enough epoxy so that that small vase will make contact with that glue. So once you have placed your glue into the skirt of the candle holder, you are also going to place some of that epoxy on the brim of it. Once you have placed all of your glue and set that foundation, what you are going to do is take your small round vase and place it atop that candle holder. And then to find your placement, you're going to use your level to ensure that that small bowl is sitting squarely atop that candle holder. Now, what the level is going to allow you to do is see how much you're going to have to finagle that bowl to make sure that your bubble is in between the level lines. And once you have, just hold it in place for about 2 minutes until that epoxy starts to set around your vase. So while we're waiting for that epoxy to harden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue working, but I'm going to leave my level in place to ensure that that handle does not slip. And all we're going to do now is simply take our floral embellishments and place them on the handle of our bell for decoration. Now all I'm doing here is placing 1 dollop of that hot glue on the back of that embellishment, and I'm going to place these embellishments going all the way around my handle, maybe alternating one section at a time. And so I am going to complete this process, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. Now, in addition to our floral embellishments, we are going to take our diamond wrap, and I'm just going to use 1 thin layer of that diamond wrap, and I am going to outline the base of my handle. And to do this, all I'm going to do is put a stream of that hot glue on the edge of that handle, and then I'm going to place my diamond wrap into it. I'm going to continue this process going all the way around, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. Now that our epoxy has hardened all the way, what we are going to do now is we are going to take a strip of that diamond wrap and we are going to dress the handle of our bell. And to do this, similarly to what we did with that singular strip, is we're going to place hot glue along the top of our handle, and then we're going to wrap our diamond wrap all the way around. Of course, if there's any excess, you're going to cut that excess off, making sure to anchor the end of that diamond wrap to the other side. So I'm going to continue this, my darlings, and then I'll be back. Now, the last thing that we're going to do in terms of decoration before we can actually make the apparatus for our bell is we're going to take our ribbon, any color of your choosing to coordinate with your diamond wrap, and we are going to make a loop. Now, to make this loop, it is very simple, or side note, if you wanted, you could actually make a ribbon, but I'm going to just create a simple loop. And how I did this was just by overlapping my ribbon, taking that hot glue, placing a bead of it where my loop connects, and once I have allowed that to set for a few seconds, I'm going to now use that same hot glue and attach this ribbon to the handle of my bell. And so once I have done that and allowed that ribbon to dry again for a few seconds, I am going to trim off any excess of that ribbon, and then I'll be back to tell you guys what our next and final step is. Now that we have decorated our bell and placed that acrylic gem into the recess of that candle holder using our hot glue, it is now time to create the apparatus by which our bell is going to hang. And to do this, I am using a piece of scrap acrylic gem that I've had hanging around. This acrylic garland is going to be 4 crystals in length, one end having no O-ring and the other end having an O-ring. It is that O-ring that we are going to use to attach it to the opening of our bell. And all I did there was open my O-ring and ran it through the top of that bell. Once we have done that, it is now time to adhere that crystal garland to the top of our bell. And to do this, we are going to use our instant glue or crazy glue. And all I'm doing here is I'm placing 2 drops of that crazy glue to the top of my bell. And then in addition to that crazy glue, I am going to use another drop of hot glue, which is going to give us that right now adhesion while that crazy glue cures over time. And then on top of my first acrylic garland, or gem rather, I am going to place another dollop of hot glue, and then I'm going to set that gem inside, making contact, applying pressure to engage that glue, and allowing that glue to dry for a few minutes. Now that that piece has dried, I'm going to clean this up of any glue fronts they are, and then I'll be back to show you what our finished project looks like. Well, here you have it, my darlings, our glass bell that we created using 2 pieces of hardware from the Dollar Tree and then embellishing them to our heart's content. Aren't they cute? Creating this project brought back so many memories of my childhood. As a matter of fact, my mother had a green ceramic bell that she used to use to ring to tell us when dinner was ready and on the table waiting for us. And so creating this project just took me all the way back to my childhood, remembering my brother, my father, my mother, and how we would sit at the table together and have dinner. Now, My favorite aspect of this bell is the fact that not only can you use it as a dinner bell, but you can actually use it to ring in the new year, guys. This is what I'm going to be using my bell for. And so if you recreate this, guess what? We can do something together, my darlings. When the clock strikes midnight, we can all be ringing our bells together. Additionally, I could also see this as a wedding favor or an event favor that you can personalize to give to each and every one of your guests by placing maybe your name, your husband's name, or the date of your event on it. And this would make for a wonderful keepsake for your guests. Well, my darlings, if you have found any value in this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And I just want to take this time to thank you for tuning in to day 23, y'all, of Danie's Designs Craftmas 2017. With that said, I am looking so forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for day 24. And so, my darlings, my loves, until then, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.